This video is aimed at teaching you to find the pressure at any given depth in fresh water. I've already done a video that teaches you how to do it in salt water. It's actually quite a simple process. Freshwater is a little bit more complicated. It's so important to remember that you always need to check the type of water you're in when you read a physics question, and make sure you're using the correct pressure for the type of water you're in. What I'm drawing up now is the depth pressure chart for salt water, something you're already familiar with. And how would we then adapt that for fresh water? Well, the thing is, at the surface, you're under 1 atmosphere of pressure, whether you're at the surface in fresh water or salt water. What changes the pressure you're under is the weight of the water above you. Fresh water is a little bit lighter than salt water. So at any given depth in fresh water, you're under a little bit less pressure than you would be at the same depth in salt water. So how do we calculate it? We subtract 1 from the salt water pressure, we divide by 1.03, and then we add 1 back in. So how would we do that? Well, if we're at 10 meters in fresh water, that is 2 atmospheres in salt water. The first thing we are going to need to do is take off the 1 atmosphere of pressure represented by the atmospheric pressure at the surface. 2 minus 1 is 1. We then divide by 1.03 to adjust for the slightly reduced weight of fresh water, which gives us 0.97. And then that 0.97, we need to add the 1 atmosphere of atmospheric pressure back in to give us a pressure of 1.97 atmospheres at 10 meters in fresh water. Exactly the same thing for 20 meters. It would give us 2.94 atmospheres of pressure at 20 meters in fresh water. At 30 meters in fresh water, you would be under 3.91 atmospheres. At 40 meters, you would be under 4.88 atmospheres of pressure if you were in fresh water. And in fresh water at a depth of 50 meters, you would be under 5.85 atmospheres of pressure. So we subtract 1, divide by 1.03, and add 1 back in. Let's imagine we were given a question that said we were in fresh water at 27 meters. Well, firstly, let's find the depth and put an arrow in between the depths. 3 point something atmospheres, 27 meters, 3.7 atmospheres in salt water. To convert that to fresh water, we subtract 1 to take off the atmospheric surface pressure. That gives us 2.7. We then divide by 1.03 to account for the slightly reduced weight of fresh water. And that will give us 2.62. We now need to bring in that atmospheric pressure at the surface, bring that back into the equation. So now we have the pressure of 3.62 atmospheres in fresh water at 27 meters. So step 1, take the saltwater pressure. Step 2, subtract 1 atmosphere. Step 3, divide by 1.03. Step 4, add the 1 atmosphere of pressure back in. For more videos, go to www.goprocaribbean.com/dive theory.